Saradam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tavishritva Purnamami Muhurnur. Last week, I told two reminiscences of Holy Mother. Some are very new. I did some research and found some old magazines and old books, some reminiscences recorded. So I collected them and edited them, and it will be published, of course. Last week I talked about Swami Chetanananda and Swami Premananda. I knew both of them very well, Holy Mother's disciples. Tonight I shall tell you about Swami Ashitananda's reminiscences of Holy Mother. He was a disciple of Holy Mother and lived in Udbodha. I never met him, but he left the order and started a Yogeshwari ashrama in Howrah. And he started a magazine called Srima Sarada. In that magazine, he recorded that how Holy Mother would perform rituals and worship very vividly. We can learn many things from these reminiscences, how to worship Sri Ramakrishna. These are all eyewitnesses' accounts, so very valuable, precious. Sri Mayer Thakur Seva, that is the title. How Holy Mother worshipped Sri Ramakrishna. In the Ramakrishna order, Ramakrishna worship was started by Holy Mother first. At that time, Sri Ramakrishna was alive. There is a cook in Dakshineshwar got one of the original photographs of the mother of Sri Ramakrishna, which was taken in 1884. So when that cook left, he left that photograph to Holy Mother. And she took it and put in her Nahabat room, and she used to worship. One day, Sri Ramakrishna came and saw that Holy Mother was worshipping his photo. What are you doing? He told his wife, Sri Ramakrishna. Then he sat himself there and took his own picture and put flowers and worshipped himself. He also mentioned, in the future, this photo will be worshipped in every home. Ghare ghare, er pujo hobe. People will worship this photo. That is said. I now say, now not ghare ghare, now Sri Ramakrishna has gone everybody's pocket. iPhone, click it, Ramakrishna will say. So Ramakrishna has now gone in everybody's pocket. That original picture what Holy Mother worships, I have that negative. And from that negative, I give to John Haynes, Vice President of Disneyland, who makes Mickey Mouse. So he enlarged it by 11 by 14 and worked on that. That original, that masterpiece is with me. So we make negatives, that photo we print, we sell. Anyhow, that is history. Look what Swami recorded. I have seen how Holy Mother and the disciples of Sri Ramakrishna worshipped the Master. I have never seen such thing. All over India, I traveled many temples, many places. It's a unique way they worshipped Sri Ramakrishna. They would consider Sri Ramakrishna as a living being. When I left the Ramakrishna order, I traveled all over India and lived many monasteries. But I have never seen such kind of worship. They are very formal. In India, you see the temple priest. For money they worship, not with love and devotion. The worship, the service of Holy Mother and Sri Ramakrishna, his disciples, are worth seeing. My throat is not good. I saw Holy Mother got up very early in the morning. After cleaning herself, she used to go to the shrine. Then she used to take the photo of Sri Ramakrishna, which she put who put Ramakrishna to bed. Always remember, in Belur Math, we have the shrine, but Sri Ramakrishna's bedroom is the third floor. Beautiful bed, put mosquito curtain, everything. Most of the temples we find the deity and the bed. She used to leave the Sri Ramakrishna's picture from the bed, and with a soft towel she would wipe the picture and put it on the altar. Really, it is worth seeing, as if very living. Then when she would start to perform worship, she would, do you know what she would do? That kushi, she would sprinkle little Ganges water on the glass photograph, and then she will wipe it. That is the way she used to give bath to Sri Ramakrishna. Not too much water, then water may go and ruin your photo. She is very particular. She sprinkle a little Ganges water on the glass, and then she will wipe it. স্নান করে অঙ্গমার্জনা করতেন। The soft towels she used to wipe on Sri Ramakrishna's body so softly, gently, carefully. She was afraid that I may not hurt Sri Ramakrishna. Sometimes it not like that. Very gently, softly. She was afraid that, but through friction, I may not hurt the Ramakrishna's skin. The image should not get any pain. And she used to put from feet to the head, not like this. Then there will be friction. From the bottom to the leg. This is the way she used to wipe this image of the master. Why? Because Sri Ramakrishna's body was very soft. Do you know what that means? He could not shave. So once a week the barber would come and trim his beard. Because with the razor, that skin is very, very soft. The master's body is just like butter. After wiping, then she used to put on the altar. Then what she would do, in the bell leaf there is a stem. So here is a sandal paste. She used to took that sandal paste on the stem and then she would put. In this way she would decorate very artistically this sandal paste, she used to put it there. And on the feet also, she used to put some sandal paste and tulsi leaf and put at the feet of the master. Then she would offer flowers very gently. I saw the Dakshineshwar, the priest will take the flowers, they throw away, and it will go and quite a distance, and it will go at the feet of the mother. We cannot worship that way. That is the way she used to put tulsi leaf and bell leaves. After giving bath to the master, she used to offer Revered, food. Because Ramakrishna, after bath, he could not wait. He will have to give him food. Then she will perform more rituals afterwards. But the moment you give bath, he will have to give him food. So she would offer food, Sri Ramakrishna. Baburam Maharaj also used to do that. We have the items, one after another, chronologically we do the worship. But how Sri Ramakrishna lived, we worship the same way. Very interesting. It is very common that after bath in India, that immediately you like to have food. She used to spend too much time to repeat the mantras and other things. While offering the food, she used to feel that Master was eating. And she used to see that Master was eating. Well, sometimes we ask mothers, does Ramakrishna eat? Of course he does. A light comes from his eyes and the essence of the food he takes. Well, I see it. She used to say, I see it, you people do not see it. Sometimes when he used to go to offer food, lunch, oh Gopal, please come, oh Master, please come, he used to invite gods and goddesses as if they are following him and going to the shrine. Well, I see sometimes that Gopala, he has a ring, anklets at his feet. I even hear the sound of the anklets of Gopala, baby Krishna. And she used to see that they are all accepting her offering, food. She mentioned, if the food is right, you will find a Dibbo Jyoti, a divine light is coming and touching the food. And he takes the essence. In the Gita, there is a word called Ushmapa. You know what does it mean? It means steam, hot food, not cold, stale from the refrigerator. Hot food, that steam comes with some divine beings take that steam. It is in the Gita. Then the Swami told a story. Once Holy Mother went to a devotee's house and they asked the mother, why don't you offer food to the master? She offered food, but the light did not come. Sri Ramakrishna did not eat it. Because if the food is impure, Sri Ramakrishna cannot touch it. That person was not a very pure person. So, she cannot come out from the shrine, praying to the master, please eat. I know this food may not be very pure, but they will be broken-hearted if you do not eat this food. Please forgive, you are in avatar. Please forgive this person's sin or any bad karma. Please accept this food. I am offering to you. Listen, she is talking to Sri Ramakrishna. Listen, if you do not eat, I cannot eat in this devotee's house either. Please eat. Then, out of compassion, a little light came with rice pudding. With rice pudding in the corner of that bowl, a little light came. He took it. Then it took hours to offer food that day. Then Holy Mother told the devotee that house, you people eat the prasad, but I shall eat only rice pudding. So she ate only the rice pudding. If a person very egotistic, impure, Sri Ramakrishna can't touch their food. In Jaharambati and Udbodhan, we saw her worship. She was in an ecstatic mood. I cannot express that divine mood of the mother. In 1977, I asked Swami Chetananandaji, Maharaj, have you seen mother in Samadhi? Yes. After the worship, she would meditate. At that time, I saw her merge into Samadhi. But her worship is an object of meditation. When she would do the arati, waving lights, the way she used to ring the bell, very rhythmic, sweet, melodious, sometimes very gentle, rhythmic way she used to do the arati. the drashta, shrota, the people, those who object, they would marvel. When she would offer, she would offer food, it was breathtaking. A divine fragrance would come from the food. When she used to put the master to bed, as if you are putting your beloved and putting to bed for rest. She would drop the mosquito curtain. Sometimes she would put a garland around his neck. At 9 o'clock she would finish her night food offering and putting master to bed, and she would get up at 3 o'clock. Even in old age, even when he was not well, she would get up very early in the morning. Those we have seen that worship of the master, their lives are blessed. Mother, you are the divine mother of the universe. You are the embodiment of Shakti. You are the compassionate mother. Blessed be our mother. Please bless us. That is the way the Swami wrote these reminiscences. Second reminiscences, Matri Rup, Srishti Mayar Matri Rup. She is the embodiment of the mother. In the Chonji we read, Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matri Rupena Samastita Namastasai, 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 Namo Namah. I bow down to the mother who dwells as mother in every being. I bow down to her again and again. This article was written by Brahmachari Pramesh Kumar, a disciple of Devendranath Majumdar, who was a disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. It was long ago, nearly 50 years back. I am going to record two incidents of Holy Mother. First, in Bagh Bazar, near the Ganges, there was a two-storied wooden house. Kopil Maharaj, Swami Chetanananda, as a young man, and this Pramesh Kumar's brother, Jagadish Chandra Majumdar, these two young men came from Dhaka, vagabond, no job, so they are staying in that room. But they heard about Sri Ramakrishna and they are very devoted to Sri Ramakrishna. Morning and evening, in front of Sri Ramakrishna's picture, they used to meditate, sing bhajans, and make themselves very happy. They are like two friends and brothers. They used to study Gospel of Ramakrishna. They used to sing. And Holy Mother also, at that time, staying in Bagh Bazar. Early in the morning, she used to go to take bath in the Ganges. Somebody would accompany her, of course. While going to the Ganges, she had to pass through near that house. One day, she heard Ramakrishna, Ramakrishna, Ramakrishna name of Ramakrishna. Some people are singing loudly. She heard it. Then while coming back from the Ganges, she asked her companion, let me go and see that who are singing. So over the wooden steps, she went upstairs. And they are worshipping this face, they did not see mother. Mother was standing behind them and watching them. Two young men chanting Sri Ramakrishna's name. But when they turned, they found Holy Mother, that she was with compassionate look looking at them. They got up and bowed down to the mother. Mother told them, listening to the master's name, I could not check myself. I just came to see that who are singing. At that time, there were few devotees of Sri Ramakrishna, and there were not too many festivals and lectures. Very few people knew Sri Ramakrishna. Then Holy Mother told them, I bless you. May your wishes be fulfilled. May Sri Ramakrishna bless you and shower his grace on you. This young man, Pramesh Kumar, says, I listened to this incident, episode from them many times. That Bilash became a monk and became an attendant of Holy Mother and a worshipper in Udbodhar, Visheshwararanda. And my brother, Pramesh Kumar writes, he was a disciple of Devendranath Majumdar, but led an ideal householder's life. And chanting Sri Ramakrishna's name, in old age he gave up his body. That is the first incident. Second incident he recorded, which happened in Archanalaya, entirely central part of Calcutta. Devendranath Majumdar started that center. It is very close to Advaita Ashrama. I went there many times. So once a year they had a festival, and all devotees, monks, even Holy Mother used to attend their festival. Once Holy Mother went with a horse carriage, and she had a long veil, nobody could see her. Her niece and a few other women also came with her. Mother was covered like a bashful village woman. Nobody could see her face, and she would speak very slowly. Like that, a couple of years she came. So Devendranath did not like that mother, people were not able to see her face. So what he did, this Devendranath Majumdar, he was a poet. Gurudev Daya Karo Dino Jane, he is the composer. He composed a song and trained some little boys to sing that song. They did a rehearsal. Then as soon as Holy Mother came and got down from the horse carriage, these boys started to sing. Elo tor dushtu chele tushtu kore nema kole. Mother, here are few of your naughty children. Now be pleased and take them at your lap. We are all naughty. Jar ar kar kache ma ni baba nidoy gesen fele. Mother, to whom shall we go? Our father is so cruel, left us. So we have only mother. So you are the only person we can take refuge. Suputre kuputre mata prusave pa saman bhata. Mother, listen. If a bad child or a good child come from a womb, you get the same labor pain. Labor pain does not differ. When a bad child comes and when a good child comes, labor pain is the same. Eki ma darun kotha nai betha tor kuputra bole. Because we are bad children, so you do not have any love and feeling for us. This is the song. These little boys are singing and dancing as soon as mother got down from the horse carriage. এতক্ষণ মা নীরবে দাঁড়াইয়া গান শুনিতেছিলেন. Mother was listening to this song. সুপুত্রে কুপুত্রে মাতা প্রসব পায় সমান ব্যথা. They are singing, repeating those two words again and again. Good child or bad child, whatever they come, mother, you get the same labor pain. Iki ma darun kotha nai betha tor kuputre. Mother, you do not have love and feeling for us because we are bad children. Bas. Immediately her veil is gone. People can see her face. And her that bashfulness disappeared. He took the form of a very compassionate mother. Then she blessed Devendranath, Sri Ramakrishna's household disciple. And then she took the children with her close to her lap. And she started to say loudly, Amar abar kuputra. Is there any bad child for me from me? My all children are good. Amar abar kuputra. Aye, kole aye. Come close to me. Devendranath's face was reddish and tears came from his eyes, and he was so happy that mother is blessing the children. This is the form we saw. Her real form, her love and compassion for her children. And that day mother made the people realize that she was the real mother. Then I shall tell you another reminiscences. Golap lost her husband. She had only one daughter. The daughter was married to a very rich man. The daughter died. She had done. Single widow. Broken-hearted. Crying. Yogin Ma brought her to Dakshineshwar, to Sri Ramakrishna. She told Sri Ramakrishna, I have done in this world. Sri Ramakrishna was so happy. You have done? You are so blessed. The person who has done, God belongs to that person. Amar keu nahi, I have none in this world. Then, do you know what Sri Ramakrishna did? Sri Ramakrishna took that lady and went to Nahabad, to Holy Mother, and told Holy Mother, Sri Ramakrishna's wife. Feed this woman. You see, if food goes in your stomach, immediately your grief will go down. You cannot cry if your stomach is full. Feed this woman. She will stay with you all through Holy Mother's life. Golap Ma was the bodyguard. She was a widow, strong. She protected. Mother was very shy, bashful, village woman. Is the Golap Ma. So there was one brahmachari in Udbodhan named Gonin. He interviewed Golap Ma. And it was published in Nibodhata magazine. Golap, you visited various holy places in India with Holy Mother. Why did you stay? Golap, do I remember all those things? But Gonen. But first time when you went to Vrindavan, 1 year you stayed there. Then you visited Banaras, Vrindavan, Ajodhya, Hardwar, Jaipur, Pushkar. Then Golap says, on our way back we stopped at Prayag also. Prayag is the confluence of Ganges and Jamuna. Don't you remember where you stayed? Golap. I went Mother 3 times to Benares. Last time we stayed with Kiran Datta's house. In my book, in our picture, you will find that house picture. First time we stayed with Botuk Datta's house in Kedarghat. It was a Bengali home. And second time we stayed in Turilanga Swami's near a house near the Turilanga Swami's temple. Garden, Shiva Ganga Ghat. Yes. Near that ghat there was an inn, there we stayed. Garden. How many days did you stay in Ajodhya, the birthplace of Rama? There we stayed in a panda, a priest's house. We used to cook ourselves. The name of that panda was Bihari. We stayed in his house. But how many days did you stay in every place? Minimum 3 days. Mother always loved to stay in a holy place 3 days. Why did you stay in Hardwar? In Hardwar there is a Vishnu Ghat. There is a Marwari in his inn. It is not a real hotel. We stayed there. He had some business, and Jogin, Swami Jogananda, knew him. Gone in. Why did you stay in Jaipur? I don't remember that person's name, but it is a Bengali Chola. There is a Bengali area, Bengali, just like just China Bazaar, China, like that. Most of the Bengalis in that Bengali community. There is a Marwadi Dharmashala. Do you know Dharmashala means? The pilgrims come and you cook your own food, but you can stay in that place. In the Pushkar, yes, Mother took bath in the Pushkar lake and then climbed to the Savitri hill and worshipped Mother Savitri. And there we stay in a Dharmashala. After visiting all these holy places, you came to Vrindavan. Yes, we came to Vrindavan. And quite then we stayed for some days, then we went to Prague. why did you stay in Prague? I don't remember the station name. Allahabad? Yes. It was late at night that we arrived in the station. There was a man who used to work in a government court, and Jogin knew him, and he was his friend. So Jogin asked us to stay in the hospital and went to that friend's house, and we went to his house and stayed there. But in the second time, when we went to Prague with Holy Mother, with his mother and her brothers, we stayed in a dharmashala near Prague, near Sangam. I said, when Mother visited all these places, did the people know about her or about Sri Ramakrishna? Oh my goodness! Thakur's name is spread everywhere. When the moment they used to hear that Sri Ramakrishna's wife has come, people would flock to see her. But so many people would come. Mai ji ke pranam karte aaya hai. We have come to bow down to the Holy Mother. Kuthab bishesh kichu goto na? Is there any incident, episodes you can tell us? Everywhere. Mayar Kripa, I cannot describe Mother's grace. He also blessed people. Then he said, Ramer Mayer ekbar bodo ashuk, roga sharena. Ramer Ma means Balaram Babu's wife was very sick and he was not cured at all. So the doctor asked her to go for a change to a healthy place, healthy resort. So where they went? They went to Koilwar. Holy Mother went with her. It was a beautiful garden house, a rich landlord's house, and it was on the bank of a river, very solitary place. After staying 1 month there, something happened. Lot of people started to come to see her. It was hard for her to keep her privacy. What happened? At that time, Mother was not known to too many people. Oh my goodness. One day we found an old lady came with a sick child early in the morning and was praying to the Mother to see. So I was thinking, what happened? She said, my 2 grandchildren died. This is the 3rd one. This person also is very sick. I was praying to the Koleshwari temple, and I heard that somebody says that you go to this landlord's house, a mother has come. If she blesses, then your grandchild's life will be saved. So I brought my grandchild and my daughter-in-law. Then that old lady fell at Holy Mother's feet and began to cry. So then I brought Mother outside. Then the Shashuri, that lady, old lady, fell Mother's feet, and then Mother asked me, go to the shrine, take the flower from the feet of Sri Ramakrishna and bring to me. Then Holy Mother took the flower, offered, and gave to this lady and said, put this flower over the child. Your child will be all right. And then, after a week, they came and said, yes, he recuperated from that sickness. তারপর তারা চলে গেল। হ্যাঁ, বলেছিল that they are not very low caste people. Well, after 1 week, they came and said, this is all fever, everything is gone, they are all right. Gone in. তারা ঠাকুর কথা বুঝতে পারলো, they could understand ঠাকুর. They understand ঠাকুর means they are gods and goddesses. Then I took a picture of Sri Ramakrishna and showed them. একে চেনো? এর নাম পরমহংস রামকৃষ্ণ দেব. একেই আমরা ঠাকুর বলি. We call him as master. Collect a picture and bow down to Ramakrishna morning and evening. Tell all of your pain and suffering to him. They nodded their heads and left. Could they understand the Bengali language? Golap, আমি কোন রকমে বাংলা মানে half Bengali, half Hindi, I just make them understand. But that is the only incident you can tell us? No. From the village, men, women, all used to come to see Holy Mother. Mother would bless them, raising her hand. Golap, we really appreciate your memory. Thakur, it is all Master's grace. Goya, did you go to Goya? Yes, twice I went to Goya with Holy Mother. First time I went to Holy Mother, and second time she went with her mother and brothers, and I went with her. How many days did you stay here? As I said, minimum 3 nights we stayed in every holy place. Why did you stay in Goya? Panjader Utitishala. The priests have their guest house, there we stayed. Now in Goya we are going to start the ashrama. Bodhisattva was raising money, was telling that Ramakrishna mission does not have any center in Goya. So we are going to start one center. Because Sri Ramakrishna originated from Goya, that is Vishnu Padapadmam. Sri Ramakrishna's father went there, and Lord Vishnu appeared before him in dream and said, I like to be born as your son. Then Khudiram said, we are poor people, we cannot afford to take care of you. You go somewhere else. No, I like to be born as your son. Whatever you give me, I shall accept. That is where Sri Ramakrishna was born. It is 300 miles away from Kamarpukur. Sri Ramakrishna's father is in Goya and Chandramani was in Kamarpukur. A light came from the image of Shiva and entered her womb. That is where she was conceived. Goya. Mother's pilgrimage. But we are lucky. Do you know what? The room in Vrindavan, Kalababu's Kunjo, our Holy Mother stayed. Now that room we have. And I gave Thakur Ma Swamiji's photographs that they put in the altar. From St. Louis I made all the fancy photographs. And we could not get the whole area because these priest people occupied. Previously that house was very close to the Yamuna river. Now Yamuna has gone quite a distance, far away. But it is a beautiful place. Usha, did you see the new shrine? No. It is a beautiful place. Anyhow, these 3 reminiscences I said today. Next week, no satsang because I will be in Portland. Following week, yes. Hopefully. My throat is not good. Last week's classes, I got so many, I heard from many devotees.
Yes.
Well,
On
Maharaj,
YouTube and our podcast, we put the same night Swami.
many people are watching that
Yes.
day.
This will go on tonight, Swami. I'll post it tonight.
Go help her.
Swamiji, in Portland will be a retreat.
Anyhow, I'm glad that we have two satsang who talked about mother. Do you know what? I lived with them. These people lived with mother and I lived with them. I still remember when I was in Banaras in 1959. That Swami was my guide. He used to take me to the temples.
Hari Pramananda?
Hari Pramananda. Eyes are rage, high blood pressure, no body consciousness.
Swamiji, about Hari Pramananda, you mentioned that Holy Mother didn't give Diksha or anything like this, but eventually he became a sannyasi. Who gave him sannyas? Brahmananda.
Maharaj, mother used to give ochre cloth. I said, go and take sannyas, formal sannyas
So
from
she would give it informally and then the rites would be done.
because she will take name from mother didn't call the monastic name. But it hurts. I am a mother. Oh Hari, oh Baroda, oh Kishori. He just say Rakha, Tarok, he did Sharad, he did just say Sharadananda, Brahmananda. But as a mother, I feel